All the remains be said now. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy this flight with us to San Diego today. Thank you.
Welcome to the United Kingdom, the biggest island in Europe. Today we'll be flying from London Heathrow to San Diego, United States. Lately, British Airways had some really good deals going on for the US flights. When I saw this flight, I just couldn't resist. I had to take it. So this is my experience flying with British Airways for the first time ever. So let's get ready for takeoff. Alright, so my journey started on a Tuesday morning in Dusseldorf, Germany, where my flight already had over 1 hour delay. So I found me a quiet corner to relax before the flight. So after the wait, it was time to board the first flight. We were flying with the Airbus A350 and inside it was pretty empty. As we took off, I started having some concerns, because the stopover went from almost 2 hours to less than 1 hour now. Well, I didn't think that much of it at the time. And after some time in the air, they gave me a little snack and also a water bottle. Yeah, that water bottle almost made me miss my second flight, and I'm about to tell you why. So after a smooth departure at London Heathrow, I knew I had to turn Usain Bolt to make my second flight. So I grabbed my carry-on luggage and ran through the airport as fast as I can. By that time, they technically already started the boarding process, and I found out that I had to go through another security check just to get to my gate. So I asked a couple people if I can skip line, and they were nice enough to let me pass. Because I was in a rush, I totally forgot about the water bottle that they gave me earlier on the flight. And yeah, as you can already imagine, they took their sweet time to get to my bag. So after that security check, I thought I'm not gonna make it, and there was another train taking me to the gate. Unfortunately, I was so in a rush and worried, I didn't take any footage of the airport, so my apologies for that. I barely made it with the last people boarding. Right when I entered the plane, I asked the stewardess for some water because I was so out of breath. And then I could finally focus on the flight review again. So the second flight was an Airbus A350, and I had seat number 56K pretty much in the back of the plane. I had a whole row for myself on this flight, so that was pretty pleasant. Since this was my first time flying British Airways, it was refreshing to see a new selection of movies on this flight. And let me tell you, their entertainment system had a lot of movies on there. Unfortunately, on this flight there was no world map available, but on the way back there was, and I had a hard time using the touchscreen, cause sometimes it was just not responding. But I was still able to watch all the movies that I wanted to on this flight. They came through with a little pretzel snack, as well as some drinks. I had a tomato juice and asked for salt and pepper, but they only had a Worcester sauce. I didn't know that sauce at the time, but it was so good, it was better than any salt and pepper. So shout out to the stewardess for putting me on. The total flight time for this flight is 10 hours and 33 minutes, and the total distance is 8,817 kilometers. So after struggling with the entertainment system for a little more, they came and brought me my first meal. So I pre-ordered the Hindu meal, and they brought me some tandoori chicken, but for the regular meal the people got chicken or mac and cheese, and on the flight back we either could decide between chicken and pasta. The chicken on my tandoori meal was kinda dry. I felt like there was not enough sauce, but the quinoa salad on the side was pretty good. Also the dessert, it was like a mango cream and also pretty good. So after that meal I checked out the bathroom. They got modern lighting in there and pretty much everything you need to survive. Yeah, what can I say? It's not bad and not impressive either. After that bathroom visit, I enjoyed the different views and watched some nice movies. This movie right here is definitely a recommendation. Underneath the screen there's the USB port and a plug for your headphones. They served us a little pre-snack and then finally the last big meal. As I said, I had the Hindu meal pre-ordered, and this right here was some chicken korma. So some of ya might not want to eat chicken 2 times in a row, so keep that in mind when you pre-order the Hindu meal. The chicken and the dessert were pretty good, but I didn't really like the side. And a little note on the side, after a couple hours passed, I had some stomach aches going on. I don't know what it was though, maybe they added some heavy whipping cream in the sauce or something. And this was the breakfast on the way back. It was either egg or sausage. I only ate the potatoes and the mushrooms though. And the muffin was pretty good, but the fruits, they were kinda hard. And yeah, as you can see, I had to double back on the tomato juice one more time. After I finished that, we slowly began to descend to San Diego International Airport. Unfortunately this time I was sitting on the right hand side. If you want to have a downtown view during the landing, you should make sure to sit on the left hand side. But still I had a nice view over the famous Balboa Park. So while the plane is landing, I will tell you what I think of British Airways. The flight itself was really relaxing. I liked the entertainment system and I liked the fact that they had 2 big meals served for us. The prices that they offer for the US flights are really fair. Unfortunately, I don't really like London Heathrow Airport. It was really crowded and confusing to me, and there was a lot of delays going on. That's at least for Terminal 5, where I spent about 5 hours on my flight back. The San Diego airport, on the other hand, is a really nice airport and one of my favorites. So after I left the plane, it just took me a couple of minutes to pass immigration and get out on the streets. From here on you can either take an Uber or a bus. Overall I give this flight a 7 out of 10. The journey had its ups and downs, but the actual flight was really pleasant. Appreciate you guys for watching and let me know what I should review next. Peace.